Looks like I'm digging my grave. Slowly but
This
surely.
is Reflex from Fallen Angels Airsoft, and I'm going to be doing a review on my primary rifle, the WeTech G39c. So I'm going to go over my accessories and the gun itself. So I'm going to start with the gun itself and just move front to back. On the front of it, I have a Noveske KX3 flash hider. In black, clearly, all the licensing. You have your plastic foregrip, polymer foregrip, with side rails and a bottom rail. On the bottom rail, I have mounted a Magpul angled foregrip. On this side of it, I have one rail cover and a Jet Beam, RRT-2 Raptor flashlight. This flashlight is extremely bright, and I'll turn off the lights here and show you why I primarily use it. It's got a strobe function on it, and the strobe function goes like that. You have, after that, a low setting, medium setting, as well as high setting. So that's the main reason I use this flashlight, is for all the different settings I can have it set on, and it functions really well. I just have the push button on it. I like that better than the pressure switch setup on this gun. Moving back a little bit, you got your magazine well and your second body pin. Your first body pin's up here in the front section. You have the open bolt system, and as you can see, that's completely open, right? Your charging handle, which is ambidextrous, as well as brass deflector. Moving back a little bit, you got your trigger group, your magazine release, your ambidextrous fire selector and safety, with the safe, semi, and fully automatic options. Now, just like a real gun, let's say I fire this, right? It will not go onto safe. And I hear a lot of people complain about, oh, my G36 doesn't go onto safe. No gun will. The WeTech M4s function like this, and I can't speak as for the M14s. But if you put it back onto semi, you rack the gun, it will flip all the way up into safe, and the lines will line up. Now, on your sights, instead of just the normal small hole and large hole, you have the large hole and then almost a pistol style sight there, as well as your normal circle with a line. I personally quite like these iron sights. Normally I do run a holographic sight on this gun, however it's out of batteries. Moving back a little bit more, you have your third body pin, and that will unlock your trigger grouping. On the other side of the gun, you have a sling attachment point, which I've used and seems sturdy enough to me. I don't really have an issue with it. And then as well as a button to fold your stock. With the stock folded, you can see this gun is very, very short, very compact, very good for CQB. Right down here are your holes for holding body pins, and I'll show you that real quick here. Taking the body pin out of the mag well. Oops. Don't want to lose anything. Let's hold it up here. And you can see I just put it right through there. That's just so that you don't lose any parts for the gun. Slip that right back. And I think that's a pretty cool feature. You have another sling attachment point right back here, as well as your rubber butt plate. So, my impressions of the gun are, it's absolutely incredible. The range I get out of it is crazy. The recoil is insane. And, I mean, it's just, it makes the whole experience of airsoft a whole lot more fun. A couple features that I like about it a lot are the ambidextrous charging handle, as well as the ability to lock it in position. And how you do that is you will decide whichever side you want it on, in this case this side, and you will just put your thumb on the end and push it. Push it towards the opposite side of the gun. I love all the metal parts on it. I love the ambidextrous fire selector as well as the ambidextrous magazine release. One of my biggest problems with this being a gas blowback gun is the bolt catch. I don't know if you guys can see that little lever right there, right in front of your trigger. When you have an empty magazine, that is nearly impossible to push. And I find it just extremely difficult. And so I end up just power stroking the rifle. As far as your magazine goes, I'll show you that real quick. This is the magazine. It's real heavy. It's encased in the plastic shell. It's got plastic feed lips, but I've never had one break. It's got your valve, your interlocking pins so you can lock magazines together, and your fill valve. So, I'm going to show you what it's like when you fire this gun. Okay? I'm going to step back a little bit so you can see me better. So there's the bolt catch. As you can see, the magazine locked open. Right? So, I'm going to close it. I'm going to hold my bolt catch, and I'm going to throw it on fully automatic to show you guys. So as you heard, I was running out of gas at the end. This is not a fresh magazine. I did not load it for this video. Hold on, I'm going to open a window real quick. I do run propane through my gun, and that seems to work just fine. I silicone it every time I shoot it, and keep it well maintained. Would I recommend this gun? Yes, I would absolutely recommend this gun. However, they are discontinued, so you will not find another one. I've never had a problem with WeTech as a company, and I think that they're a really good manufacturer. I use a WeTech pistol as well, and I always have. The gas efficiency on my gun is, actually really good. During the summertime here in Colorado, I get almost 3 magazines out of a fill. In the winter it does drop, but it still does function. I get about 1.5 to 2 magazines per fill, which as far as a gas gun goes, is really good. And it's better than the King Arms gas guns, and quite frankly, I think it's better than the NS2 system out of the KWA LM4. I know I'm going to get a lot of trash for that one, but I do not think the LM4 lives up to the same standards that even the WeTech M4 or the WeTech G39 series does. I think they're just superior weapons. I think they function better. I think they look better. I think they kick harder. I just think that they're better. But that's about it for my review of the WeTech G39c. You can not purchase these anymore, so unless you have a friend who's selling one or find someone in your local community who's selling one, it's the only way you get your hands on them. But this is Reflex from Fallen Angels Airsoft. Go out there and play some airsoft.